Former Rokotuirewa Savinatha Kamikamitha has been acquitted of charges of embezzlement and abuse of office. Mother Lutunaunga has been following the trial and has this report.
Kamikamitha walked out of the Civil High Court a free man. He was found not guilty of 2 counts of embezzlement and 1 count of abuse of office by all 3 assessors as well as the trial judge.
Staff of the fire care, they are only doing their job. Yes, I want to thank them. I thank the Lord for them. I thank Mr. Chowdhury for coming to rescue me in this way.
He says having gone through the ordeal, he now wants to spend quality time with his family.
From here, back to my farm. I think my people, they need me. 40 years in the service. I've given all my life, all my energy, and I thank the Lord that I have this opportunity to serve this government, and I don't regret that. I serve my chiefs. I've been everywhere in this country, all the chiefs, but now my people are there waiting for me.
Defence lawyer Rajan Chaudhry asked that the court release Kamikamitha's travel documents and that all the restrictions be lifted. However, Justice Fernando has ordered that will be done at the lapse of 30 days for appeal. FICAC had alleged that Kamikamitha, while working as Rokotuirewa, used development funds for other purposes. Mother Lutunaunga, FBC News.
A long-time political commentator believes the Fiji media shares the blame for the collapse of democracy in 2000, which also led to many people accepting the coup. Thanku Ranjit Singh has written several papers on the media and says there's been a major shift in reporting in recent years. Roland Koroy reports.
Thakur Ranjit Singh is a former Fiji resident with a master's in communication studies. Now living in New Zealand, Singh has a lot to say after studying our media industry for over a year.
That the media was fanning their racial hatred, and that is why when on 19th May 2000, Spade staged the coup, there was no outcry in favor of democracy because people had been brainwashed that that was a government that deserved to go, irrespective of how it came into power.
But since 2006 and restrictions imposed under the public emergency regulations, Singh says better reporting has emerged.
If it wasn't for the controls and the push for the media to get away from the racial conflict and the conflict stories, we would not see all those nice stories coming out of villages, how people are struggling, how they sweated to make sure that their children graduated, the people's story.
Singh says while news editors and journalists themselves need to be more responsible, the real effort to produce good reporters should be made where journalists are groomed from school. Roland Koroy, FBC News.
Food preparation at the Hibiscus Festival is under fire again. Last night, FBC News revealed that the Suva City Council had warned stall owners to clean up. Now the Consumer Council has raised concerns about unhygienic practices. Ritika Pratap has been keeping up to date with Hibiscus, and let's find out what's being done about food stalls.
Thanks, Jackie. Now, Hibiscus is a time of fun and festivities. People come down to Albert Park with their families, expecting to wind down and enjoy all that's on offer. But when it comes to the food on offer, many have been disappointed. So much so that they've gone to the consumer watchdog.
Cooking methods at the festival are said to be less than sanitary.
In some cases, the barbecue has got, the blood is still oozing out, so it's still rare. And even the kebabs are not well cooked. These are the complaints we've started receiving. Plus, we have received complaints that stale food was sold to consumers. And in some cases, the food had flies in it.
Kumar says people should either look around at different stalls or ask someone who's already eaten from the stalls.
Just see what advice you can get from your friends and relatives who have been there, so that you end up getting the right the food that you really want to buy. Otherwise, you'll be spoiling your mood during the festive season, And of course, you'll be very upset and you'll be making calls to the council.
The council has set up a booth at Albert Park so that people can lodge their complaints right there and then.
What consumers can do is, if they buy any item which they are not happy with, they can come and lodge a complaint with the council at the booth. That would be the best way forward.
Food preparations should be better in the next few days, since the Silver City Council and the Consumer Council will have officials making the rounds.
Now, with thousands of people coming through Albert Park, security is another issue. The Fiji Police Force says they are on top of things. They are quite literally keeping an eye on the festival.
There aren't as many police officers on the ground, but that's not to say we are not being watched. This van is equipped with state-of-the-art security cameras, keeping an eye on the crowds at Albert Park. We weren't allowed inside for security reasons. They want people to enjoy the festival without worrying about pickpockets, thieves or hooligans.
It is very useful to us. For example, it's not only in here. If we park this vehicle somewhere where the events are taking place, we can actually view the images back at our Police Command Coordination Center, which is at Totongo Police Station. So it helps us a lot in utilizing our resources much better and where we say smart deployment of resources.
The crowds will pick up from now since Hibiscus is nearing its end. With the help of this CCTV equipment, SP Khan says they are more than ready.
To the would-be offenders, we just want to remind them, if you're even thinking of coming and committing any offense here, you need to think twice of coming, because we've been watching you from all angles here, because we're using a 360 PTZ camera and we was covering all of the ground.
One man has already been arrested with the help of security cameras. He grabbed a stall owner's bag and was making a run for it. He didn't get very far. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.